if this is the first time that you're joining, I want to say a very big welcome. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to get into your feminine energy. You need to know that as a woman, it's so important to be aware of the fact that you need to always be in your feminine energy. Women, when they're in a relationship and then maybe this guy that they're dating, he starts acting like a grown boy. You know, when I mean a grown boy, means maybe he starts treating you a certain way. You know, some women are always tempted to, you know, treat the guy exactly the way he's treating her. You need to pause. Like, there's something about a woman. You cannot be a man. Like, God has already created you, to be a woman. You cannot do the things that a man is doing. Just because he's doing it does not mean that you have to do it. If a man is shouting on you, treating you a certain way, you know, beating you or something, it doesn't mean that you as a woman, you have to retaliate. You have to shout back. You have to react. I know as a woman, it's tempting. You need to remain in your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is in a place of taking good care of yourself, thinking about you. What is the best for you? What's the best for you at this very moment, you know? So if a guy is shouting on you and everything like that, you don't really have to like start shouting back and everything. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's more about the fact that they want to step back and just focus on themselves. And I know that in the beginning of the relationship, a man can be pursuing you, and after he has, like, you guys have finally gotten to be together, there's just that point in time that it looks as if, you know, he has stopped pursuing you. You know, he's now focusing on himself, instead of you now trying to start nagging, trying to call everything. You're just in his face, you're just all over him. You should learn that as a woman, you should be in your place of rest. You don't really need to do so much to please a man or to make a man love you. You don't need to do anything to make a man appreciate you and love you. A man that God has sent for you, a man that is for you, will always love you, will always treat you right. You don't really have to do anything to attract the man that is for you. Because honestly, if you have that mindset that you really don't have to do anything to attract the man that is for you, it will solve a lot of problems. I'm telling you, a lot of people, you see them that they are always having sex before marriage and everything, is because in their mind they feel like it's the sex that will keep that man. Is the cooking for him, is the cleaning for him that will keep that man. So you find out that some women, they're already doing things that they're supposed to be doing in the marriage. They are doing it in the relationship, and in their head they're just there telling themselves that, okay, this is what is going to keep this man to be with them. And then maybe in future, when this man now leaves them or something, they'll start saying, after all I've done for him, after what. Trust me, there is nothing that you can do to keep a man. Just be you. Work on yourself, work on your dream, focus on your own feminine energy, focus on you. You know, when you start growing, you start working on yourself, that is when you attract the person that is for you. And as a woman, you know, when you even notice that, oh, there's a way that this guy is treating you that is not right, you should not be scared to like communicate. You know, there's one thing I still learning. Yes, it's important to communicate, but how do you communicate and when do you communicate? Because as we women, we just want to communicate when we feel like communicating. But I'm beginning to learn that communication is, you should, even when you want to communicate as a woman, you should try to communicate at the right time. Learn to talk to your man at the right time. You can be able to get so much. You can be able to control your man if you can be able to understand him, to understand when you should let him have his space, to understand when you need to communicate. You know, if you can be able to understand that, you can be able to control your man. You can be able to make him even do whatever that you want him to do for you. You know, it's so important to just learn to give men their space. Don't be all over them. Stay in your own feminine energy. What are you feeling at that moment? That is the question you need to ask yourself. What am I feeling? at this moment, because your feminine energy is always wanting you to grow. Is always telling you, maybe you're supposed to write that book, you're supposed to write, maybe you're supposed to start that blog, start that YouTube channel. That is your feminine energy. Your feminine energy wants to see you become the best version of yourself. But most women, they go into their masculine energy, and that is when they are trying to do so much for a man. That is the job of a man. You as a woman, you're supposed to just work on yourself. Now you work on yourself. How can I make my marriage a better one? In the place of prayers, how can I support my husband? And how can I be financially independent, that I'm not dependent on anybody? I'm going to make sure that my family, we're not depending on anybody for anything. How am I going to make sure that even if I'm not married, how do I get my financial stability? You know, all you're thinking about is how to grow, how to be better. That is when you become a blessing to this man. But if you focus all your attention to want to please this man, to want to do everything for him, you want to cook for him, you are doing the work of a man, because they are always not focused on their own feminine energy. They are focusing on doing things that a man is supposed to do when they are not even married to this guy. And they live their dreams, they live all their calling, their purpose. Remember that you are a blessing to this man. And as a blessing to this man, it's not just with mouth. You know, if you're coming to this man's life, you should be bringing things to his life. I'm not saying cooking, all these things is bad, but you do it when you guys are married. Now that you are single, develop yourself. There are 3 things that you need to focus on developing. Your body, making sure that your body is in a good state, that you are fit. You don't just eat anyhow, you watch what you eat. Number 2, your mind. Because our mind is powerful. The moment you keep reading, you keep developing yourself to know more. Knowledge is powerful. The reason that you are at the place that you are in is because of the things that you know. So now is not the time to be pursuing after anybody or after any man. Now is the time to develop yourself, to read, to develop yourself, and also developing your brand. Your brand is how you carry yourself, how you think, how you look at yourself. Because let me tell you, the way you look at yourself is actually the way people will look at you. And the way you look at yourself will tell the kind of people you associate with, the kind of people you allow to surround yourself with. So it's important that you always make sure that you are mostly focused on your feminine energy. There's nothing wrong having self-love, making sure that you take good care of yourself first. That's the only way you can be able to give and take care of every other person. If you have not taken time, if you have not taken out time to take care of yourself, you will not be able to take care of other people. So it's important that you are aware of this. Take care of yourself first. What are you feeling? What is your feminine energy feeling? Don't be masculine. Don't do the things that a man is supposed to do. Do the things that you are supposed to be doing. You don't need to do anything to attract a man. Trust me. You don't need to do anything to attract this man. Just be confident in yourself. Work on yourself. You don't need to do anything external, like trying to cook, do all these things. That's not it. Just work on yourself. See, when you start working on yourself, that man, you don't even need to show the man that you're working on yourself. He knows. You will know. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Remember what the Bible says. Love your neighbor as yourself. And if you have not taken out time to love yourself, you cannot be able to love your neighbor. So I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.